Hey my beautiful YouTube family, Abby here, and I want to tell you that you, my friend, are a child of God. Hey guys, what's up? It's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a special video. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. What has been the most difficult process that you went through in your life and how did you deal with it? So what do I do when my creativity is blocked? That's a really good question because low-key I kind of feel like my creativity is blocked, so maybe this video would actually help me get my creativity back. I put cinco altavoces, which is like speakers. Like, how is it being a part of King Jesus Creative? So I basically went on my Instagram and I was like, ask me anything. I want to film a Q&A. It's a perfect opportunity to just film a Q&A, just to talk to you guys, sit down, chat with you guys. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. So let's roll the intro clip. Fade to black. I'm gonna go to my Instagram. So Nathan asked, do you prefer to play soccer with shoes or without? I'm not really much of a sports gal, but I do like volleyball, but I would be down to try soccer. I know a lot of my friends, they do like soccer and they've been trying to get me to go. But if I were to play soccer, it would be with shoes. Comment down below and let me know what you guys would play with. So Marianne asks, she goes, what do you do when your creativity is blocked? Oh, so what do I do when my creativity is blocked? That's a really good question because low-key I kind of feel like my creativity is blocked, so maybe this video would actually help me get my creativity back. So there are a few things that I do when my creativity is blocked. So we're creative beings, you know, like for me at least, I'm a very creative person and I'm so into YouTube, I'm into like my business stuff, I'm into like my work, I'm into editing. There's just so many things. And it's like when you sit down every single day and you edit, I was like, no, I'm not gonna get tired of it. And like, I'm not tired of it. It's just sometimes you just stare at a page blankly for something and you're like, oh my God, I need to be creative. This is basically what I do. Depending on what I'm working on, for example, if it's like something work related, I would switch my creativity and I would go into something that inspires me, you know? So for me, making YouTube videos gives me inspiration. So that's why I'm kind of sitting here making a YouTube video to see if like inspiration just slaps me. But I was talking with one of my coworkers and he was basically saying, he's like, there's two types of creatives. So there's a creative that creativity just like slaps you in the face. And then there's this other creative that has to plan everything out. So for me, I'm like, oh, I'm a planner, so I like to plan everything out, but then I realize that I'm also a little bit of both. There are some times where you just need to sit in God's presence and he just needs to like slap you with creativity, you know? And there are many times that I'm just like reading my Bible or I'm just sitting down in my room or I'm taking a drive and I'm just slapped with creativity. If I'm blocked in creativity, I try to busy myself in something else that would inspire me. So my thing is get outside, do something different, do something outside of your daily routine that will bring you motivation, that will bring you inspiration. So that is what I do when my creativity is blocked. At the end of the day, God is like the most creative person out there, the most creative being out there because he made the heavens and the earth. He made the waters blue, the trees green. Like he designed everything so perfectly and so amazing that do you not think that he handcrafted us? Okay, anyways, I'm getting spiritual. So I love getting spiritual, but this is a Q&A, so calm down. You know, when you love God, it just like comes out, you know, Jesus just comes out and you're like, yes, Lord, yes. So Marianne asked, how did you learn how to edit and what editing software do you use? Okay, so this is kind of like a one question. So to answer the first question, how did I learn to edit? So this is like a whole story. I probably said it in a few videos before, but I'll say it again. So it was 10th grade and I was like, oh, I want to be a nurse. And my dad told me, he's like, why do you want to be a nurse? And I'm like, oh, because of the money, you know, obviously. But I have never worked in the hospital. I don't know the vibes there. So he basically told me, he's like, oh, why don't you join your AV team group or your TV production class? And I told my dad, I go, Dad, that's for nerds. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, why am I going to join TV production? He ended up saying like, oh, Abby, you just try it. You know, you'll like it. So you never know, right? Little did I know. So I joined TV production class. I had a teacher named Mr. Salon. Shout out to Mr. Salon. And basically I got in because like, I don't know, like everybody had their reasons why, and I got in because I'm Filipino and I wasn't really good at editing. You know, I broke a few tapes. You know, I didn't break tapes. I was in Mr. Panther and I was doing like the wide camera in the back. You know, I thought I broke tapes. It took me so long to edit. It was so hard. After Mr. Salon left, it was like my 11th grade year of my junior year of high school, and I don't know, dude, something just clicked inside of me and I knew that this was for me. I ended up falling in love with TV production. I fell in love with broadcasting. I fell in love with like being on camera or like being off camera, like doing the behind the scenes and all that stuff. I just got so into it that when I got to college, then I just wanted to continue doing videos. So what's the thing? YouTube, you know? So now we're here. So what editing software do I use? Okay, first started off with iMovie, which is just like the simple basic editing software that YouTubers use. Then a few years later, I moved up to Final Cut Pro X, and that's what I kind of use for my YouTube videos because you can do the cool zoom ins, you can do like the cool like you know, you can do all that stuff. For work and for live films videos, what I use is Adobe Premiere. And I really like it. I like it because it's very professional. It's like you can color grade. For YouTube videos, I really like Final Cut because I feel like YouTube editing is way different than work editing. So they're two different things, but then I put like my color grade and things like that. So if you guys want an editing video, let me know. I would be down to teach you guys how to edit. This isn't a question, but I know a lot of people have been asking me about my workshop. Originally, the workshop was supposed to be April 18th, and it was, I think that's a Saturday. It was supposed to be April 18th, but the thing is that this virus, COVID, is kind of, you know, having everyone, you know, separated and everything. So I'm debating to do it online. Let me know if you guys would like me to do an online course and maybe through Zoom or record the class and then you guys watch it. But then I want to be interactive with you guys and answer your questions. So that's a secret I'll never tell. That's an uphill battle that we're gonna get there when we get there. Comment down below and let me know if you guys would want an online course or you guys want me to go live on Instagram, kind of sharing my tips and tricks or like whatever you want me to do to tea. And yeah, I hope that answers your question. Next question. So Ash _64, she asked, hey girly, I'm trying to make a video of my testimony, but I don't know how or with what. Any suggestions? So honestly, like, you don't need a fancy camera, you don't need a fancy lighting, all the setup, but what I would recommend is, even though you don't have the equipment, what matters is the content, if that makes sense. A hack would be just setting up your phone on, I'm pretty sure you have like a box of crackers at your house, so like those big can of like sardines, big can of crackers, you just put it up by your window and then you put your phone on there, like label, like, I don't know how to explain it. I think I'm gonna do a video just like showing it. So just get something to put your phone on top of, and then you put like maybe like a water bottle and you place your phone there in front of a window around the times 10 to 12, which is when the lighting is really nice, or around 5 through 7. That's when like the sunset hour is really pretty, and then you get that good lighting. You know, sometimes like we don't all have the studio lighting, and I just want you guys to remember that this took like 8-9 years in the making. I guess the biggest advice to do is to plan out your testimony, being like what God told you before, like how you were before God, how you were when you met God, and then how you were after God. So that's like the content wise, but the filming wise, girl, just use your phone. People need to hear your story, if that makes sense. So I really encourage you to make the video, and when you do, let me know and I'll watch it and I'll comment and be like, hey girl, be like, hey. Next question. So Joshua _gnome, he asked, what has been the most difficult process that you went through in your life and how did you deal with it? Okay, well, so what has been the most difficult process that you went through in your life, and how did you deal with it? Oh, that's like one that, you know, it's hitting the heart, it's hitting the heartstrings, you know? I guess I can say that there's two that I've been through that have really took a toll on me, if that made sense. So the first difficult situation that I went through was when I was 13 and my parents, you know, when they separated, I was dealing with a lot of identity issues. I was dealing with a lot of insecurities and burdens and depression, and long story short, I had like a lot of anxiety when I was younger, and I used to like get a rubber band and I used to like make myself feel pain so that I could feel something, because I was just numb to it all. So I went through a really dark hole, and depression hit, anxiety hit, like all these burdens just hit. And it was, how did I get over it? It wasn't a overnight thing. It was having mentors to guide me, to help me. It was having an encounter with God in that moment where where he told me, he's like, you're my daughter and I'm your father and I love you. And through that supernatural encounter with God, he just changed my life, and he brought me so much joy, so much peace, and so much love that nothing else could fill that void that was inside of my heart except for God. That is one of the situations. The second situation that I went through was actually 3 years ago. It was when my grandma, she passed away. Wow, I feel like this is like legit therapy for me. I was working out in YMCA, and I remember just like doing abs, you know, working out, and I got a phone call saying like, you need to come to your grandma's house, like you need to go, and you know, I went, and you know when they say like your grandparents, like, or like the people that like when they're about to pass away, like they wait for the one person. I don't know why I'm getting like, I'm like opening up so much. This is so weird. I missed you guys. Oh, you're waiting for the one person that, like, they'll wait for you. When I got to my grandma's house, she looked at me, and like I ran to her bed. I just grabbed her hand and I was like, Lola, you know, and she looked at me, sorry. And she took her last breath and she passed away. It was crazy because I kind of wanted to be there in that moment to see her pass away, because I knew, like, we did the Sinner's Prayer before, and like it's like I knew she was in heaven, you know, but like being there was like a movie, and like they grabbed me and then they put me to the side, and it was just so crazy. And in that moment, it was just like so hard, you know, because it's not like losing a friend, it's not like getting backstabbed by someone, it's losing someone that is close to you, and like they're not there anymore. Like 1 second like you're having a conversation with them, and the next moment they're not. So it was hard. But I guess how I overcame that situation, remember I was at the house and like a few of my friends came. It was Issa, Natalie, and Flora. They came to my house and they were just there for me. That they just sat at my house like playing guitar, and they were just laughing, and I was not having it. I did not want to talk to them. I didn't want to be with anyone, but they like forced me, and they're like, no, you need to be here, and like we'll make you happy. That's something that really meant a lot to me, because it was just like having those people in your life that, you know, helped you out and that was there for you, you know. So that, and then having like your family there next to you, you know, stronger and as ever. And you know, if you guys are there and you guys have family members that you guys lost, or you guys have lost someone in the past, I'm pretty sure you guys know how I feel. But just have like a strong core group, you know, your family, your friends, and all of them, and they will help lift you up. And also just rely on God. Rely in his presence, and he will fill you up. Going on a little lighter note, so John Sawyer, he asks, does pineapple belong on pizza? Boy, heck yes. Yes. Pineapple belongs on pizza, on Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple and ham together is my favorite. Hawaiian pizza, we love Hawaiian pizza, and pineapple, yes. And Polly says, hi Abster7. Hey, I don't know what this means. So Bereshiu says,
Bonito día, nos ayudamos a crecer y nos seguimos. Saludos. I don't know Spanish. While I'm Google translating, I want to tell you guys a little story. I was at work and me learning Spanish. Each other grow and we follow each other. Wow. See, well, that's my Spanish for the day. And it was like a few months ago when I first started, and basically, long story short, like I was doing a cat video, and then they were basically telling me like, oh, you know, can you translate this in Spanish, whatever. So basically the promo was saying it was like 5 speakers, 4 musical guests, and so on and so forth. So what I put, cinco altavoces, which is like speakers, like like hand speakers instead of 5 speakers, which are preachers. And then I put 4 musicales de personas, like 4 like personal musical guests. So it sounded that's like 4 musicales de personas, something like that. So then I told my coworker, and I was like, oh, can you see this? Which means quality check. And then he sees it, he's like, Abby, and he starts laughing. Oh my god, I was so embarrassed. And then I was like, what happened? He goes, you know what altavoces means, right? I'm like, yeah, speakers, you know, like speakers. And he goes, no, Abby, it means speakers, like speakers. And then like I was so embarrassed. Anyways, that was a funny story for me learning Spanish. The real Diaz Lisinai. So she asks, do you like to sing? That's actually a good question. I used to sing when I was in chorus in elementary school, middle school, and then high school. And then after high school, my singing career went. Do I like to sing? Yes. Were the only times I sing, I was in Glee Club. So shout out to Glee Club. You know, if you guys watch Glee, let me know, comment down below. The only place I sing is in Hop and in my car. And it's not even that good. Joanne.exo, she says, how is it being a part of King Jesus Creative? And I love your videos. Ooh, she said, how is it being a part of King Jesus Creative? And I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. That means so much to me. I can't believe people actually watch my videos. That's like, there's like 800 of you guys watching my videos, and I'm like, how is it being a part of King Jesus Creative? I really love it. I love being a part of a media team that, first of all, they put God first in everything that they do. They're the team that's like the most hardworking, humble people I know. They use their gifts and talents for God. I got to be surrounded by people that love God as much as I do, and that they love to create as much as I do, because I always felt different. So now when I go into work every day, these are the people that think the same way I do. They want to create God content. You know, it's not just content that will like, you know, about other things. It's about God. It's the 2 things that I love, and it's just mixed together, God and media. So mixed together, and it's so beautiful. It has been an awesome experience and journey. I don't know if I told you guys, but I did get promoted to be a producer/editor. So I don't think I said this in any of the videos. Yeah. Actually, I'm filming a video where I film working from home with King Jesus Creative. So stay tuned for that video. It is a lot of work, but it is awesome. And the way that God glorifies himself at the end of the day is so beautiful. And something that Mel taught me, the battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and rulers. So basically there's a fight between the 2 kingdoms, between heaven and hell, and like the devil has the airways of the earth and God has the airways of everything else. So it's kind of like crashing into each other, and we are the barriers. Like media is the outlet to be the difference, to be the light. So that's why we get attacked so much. So it's a beautiful job, because like what I said before, I literally felt like I was in purpose. And yeah, I'm actually really happy that you asked that Joanne asked. Joanne, Joanne, that she asked me that question because I really wanted to talk about it and I really do love King Jesus Creative and it's been awesome. I'm going to end the video here. If you guys have any more questions that you want to ask, if you guys like these Q&As, let me know in the comments down below. So guys, that is all that I have for you guys today. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, follow me on all social media, will be linked down below. Let me know what videos you guys want to see. I have a weekend in my life that's coming up and a week in my life working with King Jesus Creative like during quarantine. So follow me on TikTok if you can get that reference, comment down below. Anyways, it took me 2 hours to learn that. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video and you guys are amazing, beautiful, and know that you have a purpose, you have a plan for your life. God loves you so much and I love you so much, and thank you for sticking around with me in this journey, in this YouTube journey. And yeah, so I love you guys. So I love you guys so much and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. God bless you.